Hello, hello, yogis, and welcome to our Friday Empower Yin Yoga class. So, I love to call Yin Yoga Empower because I believe that it helps us to connect to our body and center our mind. It helps us to connect to our breath. And even though we're still, when we think of empowerment, we might think of being standing tall and standing strong. But I believe we are most empowered when we have a deep connection to our bodies, to our minds, when we align our mind with our body, with our breath, when we center ourselves in the moment. So in today's practice, we are balancing out our hips. And it's said that our hips are the storage place for our emotions. And as we move through today's practice and as we connect to the sensation that we feel in our hips, and as we center our mind and we draw our awareness inward, there may be emotions that come to the surface of our awareness. There may be emotions that become unlocked within our bodies. And so I want you to know that whatever you feel throughout today's practice is absolutely okay. I encourage you in this moment throughout this practice to remind yourself that you're in a safe space to feel whatever it is that you feel. Now, maybe you feel joy and elation, or maybe you have emotions of release, emotions of pain, emotions of different sorts, different spectrum. And so I encourage you to allow yourself to sit and be centered with whatever it is that comes up throughout today's practice. And I invite you to come back to the affirmation, I am balanced. I am balanced as we move through today's class, as we center ourselves into our yin practice. We're going to start today's class in something called a dangle. So come onto your feet, and it is basically a standing forward fold. You want your feet to be about hip width distance apart. A good measurement for your body for hip width distance is a 2-fist distance between your feet. Let your head hang heavy. You can grab opposite elbows or let your hands come down onto the mat. You can also have a block down in front of you to support your body if you choose. And as we come into this standing forward fold and we lean into gravity, there can be as much of a bend in your knees as feels comfortable for you. You can let your torso rest on your thighs as you really allow the head to drape down. Let's connect to our breath here. Let's connect to our ujjayi breath, just gently pressing the tongue against the roof of the mouth, creating some restriction in the back of the throat. With each exhale, see if you can allow any tension to release. Notice what you feel, where you feel it in your body. You may feel this through the shoulders. You may feel this through the chest. You may feel this through the hamstrings, through the hips, really starting to open up through the back line of the body. Allow the sensation to draw you into your practice. Allow the sensation to draw you into your breath, to this moment. I say this often, if we're holding our breath, we're holding our tension. So whatever you're feeling in your body, breathe into it. From here, we're going to Plant the hands down, step the right foot forward, step the left foot back, and come down onto our back knee into our lizard lunge. Let's bring our hands to the inside edge of the right foot, heel toe the right foot out as you sink forward. Now you can have your hands planted firmly on the floor. You can spread your fingers out wide. Another option here is to come down onto your forearms. And you want to come to a space in your yin practice where you feel sensation, but you're not in that deepest expression of the pose. Allow yourself to center, allow yourself to settle. Allow your mind to arrive into the practice, into the pose, and get curious. What does this pose reveal to me about me? What do I feel physically? What are those physical sensations connected to in my thoughts? And what emotions do those physical sensations create? You can stay right here or let the knee come out and maybe bring the right hand onto the knee, maybe pressing the knee out a little bit more. Coming to a place in your body where you feel opening through the hip. Come back to your breath. Let the breath anchor you into the present moment. If you did take your right hand onto your right knee, bring it back down onto the floor. Draw that knee back in. Let's sink our hips back and straighten out through that front leg. Let yourself feel into this sensation. I am balanced. I am balanced. Draw your hands underneath your shoulders. Take that right foot, send it all the way back out behind you. Press through your heel. Take a moment to roll out your ankle. Let your right knee come down. Shift your hips from side to side. Set your tabletop up nice and sturdy, stacking shoulders over wrists, knees under hips. Let the shoelace side of your feet press into the mat. Inhale, as you arch the spine, lift the gaze, shine the chest forward. Exhale as you round the spine, head hangs heavy, coming into your cat. Press through your palms, create space between your shoulder blades. Inhale, back into your cow, arching the spine, lifting the gaze. Exhale into your cat, round the spine, head hangs heavy. Take 3 more on your own breath. Linking your breath to your movement. Inhale as you lift. Exhale as you round. Come back to your neutral tabletop position. Step the left foot forward to the outside edge of the left foot, keeping both hands on the inside edge, coming into that lizard lunge on the opposite side, balancing out our hips. Again, you can stay on your hands or come down onto your forearms. You're wanting to come into where you feel sensation. Maybe not the deepest expression. Coming to a place, finding stillness, and allowing yourself to be and breathe. Allowing yourself to observe. Allowing yourself to connect. Maybe you want to open up through that knee again, bringing the left hand onto the knee, gazing toward the left, really grounding down into that right hand. Draw that knee back in, straighten out through the front leg. For today, maybe you keep your foot down on the floor, sink the hips back, feel into this half split on this side. I am balanced. I am balanced. Ground down into your palms. Send the left foot straight back out behind you. Press through your heel. Get some activation through that lifted leg. Take a moment to roll out your ankle. Let that left knee come down. Shift the hips from side to side. Get your tabletop set up nice and balanced again. And let's do 4 rounds of cat-cow. Inhale, arch the spine, lift the gaze, shine the chest forward. Exhale, round the spine, head hangs heavy, press through your palms, tuck your chin to chest. Inhale, arch and lift. Exhale, round. Inhale, arch and lift. Exhale, round. Let's do one more. Inhale, arch and lift. Exhale, round. Come back to neutral. Let's draw the toes together and bring the knees apart as we sink our hips back to our heels, coming into our child's pose. Letting the forehead rest down on the mat, walking the fingertips forward, creating length and space through the side body. I encourage you as you come into this child's pose to shift the torso between the thighs, shifting from side to side and then settling into center. I encourage you to spread your fingers out wide and let your palms rest into the mat, really feeling that groundedness here. Come back to your breath, inhales and exhales through the nose. Maybe with each exhale, you can allow your chest to sink a little bit more toward the floor. Reconnect to your Ujjayi breath. Reconnect to your affirmation. I am balanced. I am balanced. Let's take 3 more breaths here. Walk your hands back towards your body. Shift yourself over to the right, and let's come into a seated position, planting the feet on the floor. Let your hands come behind you and stabilize your upper body. Heel toe your feet toward the edges of your mat. And we're going to drop both knees over to the right, coming into our deer pose. Sinking the left knee, really pressing it down and away. Let's return to our breath awareness. See if there's anywhere that you can relax into this, that you can soften into this pose. Draw your knees back through center. Recenter your body, and then drop both knees over to the left. Really press the right knee down. Come back to your breath. Let the breath draw you inward. From here, draw your knees back through center. Let's heel toe our feet toward one another, hip width distance apart, and gently shift from side to side, like windshield wipers. Extend your legs out long in front of you. Inhale, sweep your arms up. Let's take a moment and just roll out our wrists. Slowly start to lower the arms down as you continue to roll out the wrists. Roll in the opposite direction as you lift the arms up. Inhale, get nice and tall, and exhale, hinge forward. See if you can stay straight through the spine and draw your chest towards your toes. Stay connected to your breath, inhales and exhales through your nose. If the body invites you to come a little bit deeper, feel free to take that invitation. If it doesn't, that's absolutely okay. Allow yourself to be exactly where you are. Draw yourself back through center. Let's take our right foot and tuck it in to the inside edge of our left leg. And then we're going to inhale up and exhale, hinge back forward. Stay nice and lifted here, keeping a straight spine. Straight spine. Let's walk our hands over to the right. Keep that left hip sinking into the floor. Allow yourself to settle and center. Walk your hands back toward the left. Get tall. Let's switch out our legs, extending the right leg out, drawing the left foot in toward the right quad. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hinge forward. Stay as tall as you can through the spine, sinking the hips back and down. Let's walk our hands over toward the left and really sink that right hip down. Walk your hands back through center. Lift through the torso. Extend your left leg out to meet your right. To balance that out, let's inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, and exhale, hinge forward. Stay as straight as you can through your spine, tilting through your pelvis. Walk your hands back towards your body. Let's draw the feet together and let the knees come out wide. As we come into this butterfly pose, let's start by just fluttering out the knees. Fluttering out the knees. And then we're going to walk ourselves slowly, gently, all the way down onto our backs. Let your palms come palm facing up, down by your side, and just allow for the knees to fall out. Let's reconnect to our breath here. Noticing what you feel, where you feel it. I am balanced. You may want to bring your hands onto your hips, palm facing down, and just kind of rub through that joint. Rub the bones. A little bit of self-massage helps us to draw in our awareness. Slowly, gently, keeping your back connected to the floor, draw the knees together and in toward the chest, wrapping the hands around the knees, and let's do a gentle rock side to side. From here, slow and controlled, extend your legs out long. Once again, let your palms come palm facing up or palm facing down by your side. I invite you to tuck your chin to your chest, lengthening out through the cervical spine. And let's practice a few rounds of balanced breath here. Inhale for as much as you can and count your inhale. And exhale for the same count. Inhale for as much as you can. And exhale for the same count. Inhale. And exhale. From here, let's take a full body stretch, extending your arms up overhead, lengthening from your fingertips through the tips of your toes. Maybe roll out the wrist and the ankle. Draw your knees in toward your chest. Wrap your hands around your knees. Slowly, gently shift from side to side. Grab the backs of your legs, rock yourself all the way up, and let's complete today's class in an easy seat. Grounding down into your sitting bones, getting nice and tall. Let's press our palms together and tuck our chin to our chest. Taking a moment to acknowledge any awareness that came to the surface of our mind through our body, any awareness of our emotions that came to the forefront of our mind. Acknowledging these different dynamic layers of ourselves, the physical, the mental, the emotional, acknowledging the connection between them and how the practice of yoga allows us to connect to that wisdom. Taking a moment to be grateful for your practice, be grateful to yourself for showing up. Take a big breath in and a full breath out. Repeating the affirmation in your mind, I am balanced, as you take a big breath in and a full breath out. Thank you so much for joining me today. Thank you for showing up for yourself. The light, the love, the wisdom in me sees, honors, reflects, and encourages the love, the light, the wisdom in you. Namaste. I hope to see you again on your mats very, very soon. And until then, may your light be your guide.